be service exits and service entrances. There is one such door just behind the bar. You see a staff member just disappear into it. As we come to fishnets. So fishnets, the hologram thing hasn't started sparking and spurting yet, but you can see that Redtail is just finishing up the last things they need to do to make it happen.
Am I still stealthed? Because
roughly, it's like people are very, very focused. Even the guards that were noticing you have turned now at the shout of "We're under attack."
Well, I want to. I don't know. I want to create panic in the crowd. I want everybody to start going nuts up here and wanting to be running scared. So I'm going to go up and just say, "We're under attack! Downstairs was attacked as well! Everybody run for your lives!"
Okay, where are you going up to try and get the majority of the attention? You're currently you're down near you are currently near the stage. There's sort of like you were moving to the Christmas tree. Right of the left of the Christmas tree is the DJ booth and the stage.
I have a pocket amp.
Oh yeah, you do.
So I'm just going to try to if you can believe this, I want to try to incite chaos.
Never.
So, like, is that persuasion?
I think it would be persuasion.
Motherfucker! Because if everyone's just heard say we're under attack and people are kind of talking, and I'm gonna hope that the tree starts catching fire soon. Not my best roll. Sorry, I keep moving. I keep looking at different rules, so I keep leaving where my character is. Persuasion was plus 13, so 18.
Okay. Okay, I'd say give me a. No, it wasn't persuasion. So this is this is the interesting thing. In the main game, there is a skill that is tied to your thing rather than just a special one-off ability, right? Like, so you would have made in the full game, you would have made a charismatic impact roll, which is a rocker boy only skill. Does that make sense? Obviously for this one, we'll run persuasion for now. As you scream out, you would see that three things happen. Firstly, a few of the drunk and a bit more inebriated people in the crowd do start looking like, oh, bro, my God, let's get out of here, and start like a table gets turned, a few things get smashed. There is a movement of Medtech forces as all rifles come up, and Redtail, the one with the badge, presses something, and a red alarm starts going off up above. And they definitely finger on ears calling in something.
Yeah.
And the private security, one of them opens the jacket and like fully puts the jacket over the older man and starts moving off towards the exit. The way you guys came up. As you see that those two, you would see that one of them would shield and move. One of them would look like they're heading towards Jim.
Okay.
You are now seen and very much in the center of attention, however, fishnets.
I figured, but now I want to run and. I mean, I guess I want to say I'm pushing past or pushing for like running into people in a manic state. Okay. But I guess that's more flavor because it's not. I've used an action to shout.
Mm-hmm.
So no worries, I'm running around, pushing people towards an exit.
Okay. No
or
worries.
towards the Medtech guys with guns, just
Mm.
because they're just like, get behind these guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Which in turn blocks them from trying to move as easy.
Okay. Mover, come to you as the table that you were just hiding behind disintegrates, and you are currently here facing down one definitely trained person, and some even somebody untrained with a shotgun can be a problem.
So he's got the guy with the cyber arm has got the table covering
between
him.
the guy behind the bar isn't in cover. He is stood up with the shotgun, like he is just like ready to go. Again, definitely not trained.
Yeah, I'm shooting him.
Okay, you raise up and give me the first shot. So it's a roll plus your there's a weapon skill. That might just be called assault rifles.
Isn't it just a roll? Because I've got handgun, for example.
I've got handgun as a thing, but not as assault rifle.
Yeah, so it's relevant ranged weapon skill plus D10. Is there like long arms? What skills do you actually have?
Is shoulder arms classed as one?
No, that's more like rocket launch. I thought.
Yeah, that's projectile based weapons, shoulder braced weapons.
I mean, it could count. Maybe that's what they count it as.
So it'll be anything that's classed as
Yeah. So
reach.
shoulder
shoulder
braced,
arms is anything
shoulder
that counts,
braced
including
projectile.
rifles and shotguns.
I guess an assault rifle is shoulder braced. Okay.
Rocket launchers come under the heavy weapons. So even though it's like anything that's like over the
I'll
shoulder
be
is like a
firing
heavy
out.
weapon,
Yeah,
but anything that you're holding into your shoulder is shoulder arms.
Okay. That's 18.
Easy. You fire off as you are able to hit against him.
Oh, now I need my D6s.
You do need your D6s.
Yeah.
Have I got? Yeah. I'd like to roll all of them, so I'm trying to find 5.
You've got this. Blow his fucking head off.
Um, 12. 21, 25.
Liam.
Yeah.
I've got a question about one of my skills when I was reading them. What does evasion do?
You use it when dodging attacks. So, if somebody tries to attack you with a melee hit,
Yeah.
they make their brawl. They do a roll plus their brawl or plus their like. It's melee combat basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just couldn't hit you when we were fake brawling.
Yeah, but that was just
You make a
chance.
dex plus evasion plus a d10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for melee though. Skill for getting
So this
out of
is
the way
it.
of
So
someone
he
attacking in
would
melee.
Mover was making a roll plus his brawling. You were making a roll plus your evasion.
Mm.
Oh, okay, I don't remember doing that. Okay, cool. Sorry.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, 25.
25 points of damage in a hail of bullets. You just
Well, my rate of fire is 1.
Yeah, essentially though that just means you can target one person. So it's just that if you had rate of fire 2, you could bang, but it's not necessarily flavor wise. You did just like three round bursting. You see that there's a light bit of resistance. There's definitely that Italian fabric suit was armored a minor amount, but the bullets just tear through as you hear the thud and slump as the gun and the body hits the floor.
So then I can still do an action.
No, that's your action. You can still move.
Can I? Okay, that's more of an action. My move was to run up the table that he's using as a cover to try and get to the door.
So, You could make it to the corridor where Jim was, but to get to the service door would be 2 moves. In 1 move, you could sort of make it to the bar area.
Could I get
But I'd say
in
that you
cover?
can't get into cover. Yeah, it's too much of a. Or I'd say that you could go for a bit further up the bar in cover, but you'll be further from the door next turn, if that makes sense. It's not your fastest way out. So
I'm going for.
if you imagine instead of doing a straight line diagonally to the door, you could go left and get behind the bar, and then go down the bar to get to the door if you want cover.
Yeah, I think that's the safest option. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so with your move, you run, slide diving across the bar, landing in a crouch position. You see the slumped form of the executive bleeding out, the shotgun on the floor in between you two.
I'll just give it a light chuckle and go, little bitch.
Okay, as that happens, it is then the security guard. You would hear the security guard sort of go like, "Andy, you still there, mate? Fuck!" Again on the radio, we need medical in here. They are going to. So you would see they actually move up to the end of the. So they move to sort of the end of the bar to block you. And they sort of come round the bar to remove your cover. Obviously, that's had to take their move to get there. And as they round the corner, you would see that they're sort of knife in one hand, gun in the other, and they're going to take a 2 shots down the way at you. First shot smashing against a bottle next to your head as you sort of showered in synth rum and other bits of alcohol. Oh, even that. Second shot literally just grazing against you. As so you take 15 reduced to 4 as that bullet scratches across your thigh, and you can mark 1 off your armor there. As we come back to Redtail, I will say that shout from Fishnet sort of cut the noise a little bit. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, what? That was me, yeah.
Yes, mover, yeah.
I thought I was in cover in the bar.
So no, so if you move behind the bar in cover, he's moved to behind the bar as well to sort of block you.
That's the bit I missed. I didn't realize he moved behind the bar as well.
No, yeah. So he basically ran. So if you imagine you're down the bar,
Yeah.
He ran that end, and as he rounded, you would have seen he had a knife in one hand and his heavy pistol in the other. And then he fired one and missed against a bottle. Fired again and grazed your thigh. So you take 4 points of damage, and you can mark 1 off your armor. As we get to Redtail, well, as that noise cut through and everything went silent, you do now hear the distinctive from the VIP lounge that sort of again sparks some more screaming and movement. You would see Redtail in the crowd, a few more personal security pull pistols, even a few of the executives pull their own, like it's not a big hand cannon, but it's like a private personal security pistol.
Okay. So when I messed with the hologram thing, did that set anything on fire?
Yes, that is literally now as you look down at and it's starting to light a small fire under the tree.
In which case I would I'm assuming we either brought our weapons with us or we brought the bag up with us. So yeah. I would have my shotgun and I would go towards the VIP area.
You can definitely get your bag. It will take an action to get your shot, unzip the bag, get your shotgun out, then you can start moving towards VIP. Give me either a dex or a strength to either muscle through the crowd or to sort of weave your way through the crowd that's starting to get.
So dex or strength? Sorry, which one's strength? Body?
Body.
Right, they're both the same anyway. Hang on. So, okay, 14.
Okay, so it's tough going. The crowd again getting chaotic in here as you start to push through. As you get about halfway over the room, you get like, one move away. You would hear just over your shoulder one of the Militech guards go like, "What? No, no long arms. You stop there!" But again, the crowd sort of pushing in between them. Anything? No, that would be your action and your movement.
That's everything, isn't it?
Okay, so Jim, you would see he runs down towards the security member. So if you imagine now, Redtail, you're now maybe 10 foot behind the personal security member that was heading that direction.
Yes.
So you would hear as you see Jim runs down to them and goes, "Some guy in there pulled a rifle on us. He's got the package." As they all just nod, they sort of push Jim to move after the boss and the other security men that are like moving towards the exit, and he's gonna continue on forwards. You would see that security guy gets just through the double door, but you don't see. He sort of disappears just out of sight.
Okay.
For you, mover, nobody else. You hear the door go, but nobody's come round the corner into view yet.
Okay.
Andy continues to bleed out behind the bar. Fishnets.
So I'm going to want to jump behind a bar firstly, is the crowd now starting to run and push? And
Yeah, so you see that there's some sort of moving to hide and to get cover. There are some that are moving towards the exit. The actual doorway that leads to the stairs down is starting to become packed as it's funneling in 100 people into one space.
I want to run and get either behind a bar for cover or, I don't know, behind something big and chunky for cover. And I want to stealth to hide.
Yeah, easily done.
Oh, and I've got a handgun. Will I have to take that out, or am I?
Yes, because it was concealed, so you will have to get it out of.
Okay. Oh, fuck it up.
I'll say you can do that as part of this stealth and hiding and getting behind a bar, but it will
okay.
be your whole turn to. Do you know what I mean? Like to move stealth and get your gun out will be.
No, that's fine. I appreciate that. I thought I was not going to stealth. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm using luck before I've looked at it. I'm going to use 2 points of luck.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I did. So where's my 13?
Okay, so you duck down behind the bar. You would see that there's a few bartenders back here as well that are sort of like they look at you for a second, but no, like they're not concerned, right? Like you look like
I really wanted to go where nobody was there.
There isn't really a space where nobody is there.
Fine. Oh yeah. Just a question. Does anyone remember how many luck I used when I incited crime?
I thought it was 2 as well.
I thought it was as well. Okay, so just for sake of it, I've got 1 left.
Okay. And again, even the eyes from the bartenders cast down to your gun, but lots of people are pulling personal weapons right now because if you are under attack, it is very much the rule in Night City. You are okay to fire back.
It's a very heavy pistol.
Okay, as we top of the round, you see the tree starts to light up a bit more. And another secondary alarm starts to go off as the almost the fire alarm and the sprinkler system start to go up. And as there's that, as the sprinklers go off, Redtail and Fishnets hear another noise. A loud whirring and twisting of mechanics as stepping out from a side panel that slides open is you've seen these attack dog robots before, usually large canine features with mounted guns on their back. This one seems to have been modded and messed with to be almost resembling a reindeer with 2 Gatling guns affixed where the horns should be. And it steps out and starts scanning the crowd. The Militech guys start to form up into a bit more of a formation and start scanning for who's attacking versus who's just running away. and two of them, so three of them set up on the stage, sort of scanning the crowd, and two of them start moving towards the VIP room. One of them, okay, one of the red tail gives you a look, but doesn't even see the shotgun. They just sort of glance over and keep moving. They don't seem to have noticed anything suspicious. And they sort of move in front of you, if that makes sense. They're now at the bottom of the stairs up to those double doors. As we come to Mover.
Yeah, so we're literally like face to face now, aren't we?
Yeah, so there's basically you crouched down behind the bar, the shotgun and Andy bleeding out in between you, and then at the other end of the bar, standing in between you and the service door, the security member.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and blast him to high heaven.
Go for it.
Kill him. Kill him.
Roll plus your shoulder arms.
20.
Oh, easily. As you fire off.
Is there, just while she's doing this, back in the main room, is there anything like chandeliers or anything like that?
Yeah, loads of that sort of stuff. Loads of, lights and fancy things dangling from the ceiling.
Cool.
15.
15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you would see that they almost turn and shield with the cybered arm, and there's the of definitely, and as they pull away, definitely armored as they seem unfazed.
I'm then gonna run and get behind the table he was behind.
I'd say that it's so obviously it's up to you, but you would know that anywhere now in the room, if you move and get behind the table, he has the distance to move and get around that cover. So it's purely up to you, but there isn't really
I sound like,
and so the bar is covered from the other person who you know is about to enter the room.
yeah, so I'm best to stay there, and I can only do move and action, can't I?
Kick him in the nuts.
I can try and run through him, but
yeah, you could just try and force your way straight past him if you want.
yeah.
Okay, so either a dex or a body, depending on whether you're trying to body him or squeeze past him.
That is 12.
Okay, so you see that he tries to push up and squeeze into the space, and you just squeeze through and make it through into the service corridor. You get through into through the door, and it is just like a long, you can imagine the service corridor style. The pipes are exposed, nothing fancy, and it's just a long corridor that goes down maybe 30 foot and then turns. You can hear shouting, but it doesn't sound like. It's not like people coming this way; it's people running away. But you can hear somebody going, "There's guns, and shooting!" But from further down this corridor.
I'll just go as far as I can down that corridor.
Okay, so you're
And
just
that's
booking it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you would hear behind you. There's a shout from the guard of, "He's gone through here, this way, follow him now." As he's definitely shouting back to whoever's coming to assist. He is just going to kick open this door and just down this straight corridor as he's trying to just shoot into your back. Ooh, a 9, not a 10 for the first one. Very, very close though. Still a hit as you feel that painful punch into the back shoulder.
So I'm now at 9. Okay.
Well, so it's going to be 16 reduced by 10. So you take 6 points, and now it reduces to 9.
Right.
And remember, I don't know what it is for the solo. There is a number that once you hit it, you become seriously wounded.
Yeah, I'm not near that
Once
yet.
you hit that, seriously wounded means you take a -2 on all rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So just to note when we get there.
So Right, so he got a 16, so then I
You
take 6
reduced it
points.
by 10 and you take 6 points of damage.
So let me just keep
As the second shot rings out for another natural 8 plus his thing for a 17 to hit you.
That's another 8.
Only so it's not as big a damage roll. Sorry, so it's 11 reduced by 9, so only 2 points. As
8
again, you're
total.
grazed down the corridor.
Okay.
You can tell that they don't chase. There is a level of you did just full auto spray them with an assault rifle. You get the impression they're gonna take these shots, but they're waiting for backup.
Okay.
As we get to Redtail, again, Redtail, there's the shooting from the room in front of you. Responding to that, obviously, there's the one personal security that's already gone in. The 2 Medtech guys are just like bucking it. They look like they're running into that room to see what's going on.
Am I in front of them though, or behind?
You're
them?
almost level with the. You're almost a bit like You're almost because they're coming from the left. You're coming from the right.
I mean, there's no way of sneaking into there or get that. There's just they're gonna see me. It's okay. How far through the doors can I get?
As you start moving towards the doors, there is going to be a bit of a shout from the 2 Medtech guys who are like, wait, civilians shouldn't go that way. There's no exit. As you just sort of barrel past them and move into the door. You get into the room and into the like I said to Paul, there's almost like a short corridor and then a right turn that enters the room. So you can see at the end of that corridor is a personal security guy facing into the room with his gun up.
Shooting.
He's not shooting yet. He's sort of looking in and going, through there, ready, got on your back. Like he's talking to somebody in the room, like, I got you, I'm behind you, sort of thing.
Okay. Is he armored up?
These guys, so you have noticed all the personal security, they're still wearing fancy stuff. The fancy clothes in this world are also armor. They are not armored in the way of like a Kevlar vest, but they are nano weaved with protective materials.
Anything on the heads though?
Nope.
Okay. This is not the kind of person I play normally.
I don't know how aiming works in this. If you even
well, I'm looking at the ranged combat DVs, but I don't know what DV stands for, and shotguns
difficulty
on there.
value.
Right. Okay. So how many meters away?
He's in this 0 to 6 meters because he's at the end of the corridor.
So in theory, I could shoot him in the head.
Well, what's the aiming? That's the thing. I don't know what aiming is.
Hang on then.
Because I don't know if you can aim or if it's just shoot.
I have no idea.
And again, that might be a thing that is in the normal rules, but not in this.
So it says that's just normal stuff, combat.
Yeah, I don't think there's aiming for body parts in the easy rules.
I'm not seeing anything, so it's just let's just move. So I get a rate of fire. I've only got a 1 on the shotgun, so I'm assuming that's just 1 shot then.
Yeah.
Well, when using the attack action, you make a number of attacks equal to the rate of fire, and it's the attacker's ref plus the relevant ranged weapon skill plus 1d10 versus defender's DV determined by range to target and weapon. That's on page 17, Liam.
Yeah, so this is the thing. There's so it's just a shot. You can't target a thing. So aimed shots are only in the main game, because also in the main game where you hit is determined. Like, so if you don't aim, we roll and you might hit them in the leg or the arm or whatever.
Right. So it says so my ref is 5. The ranged weapon skill.
So it's just a D10 plus your skill. and it will be shoulder arms.
Oh, okay. Is that the full
Yes.
stat plus level? So that's
Yep.
that. And then it says plus a D10.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But so the ref has already been factored into whatever your shoulder arms says on those character sheets.
Oh, I see. Okay. I wouldn't have read it that way. I would have added that again.
No, so normally the rules are telling you as if you didn't have those
Yeah.
character sheets written made out.
That's okay. So it's basically just shoulder arms.
Mhm.
Is what I'm rolling.
Plus a D10.
Yeah. So that's 6. So that's a 17.
Okay, definitely hits. He is not
Okay.
ready for it, and you've got him side on. So now it's 5d6.
5d6. Wow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a total of 19.
Okay. You see and again, there's bits of the shotgun flechette bullets that have been caught by his armor as some of it clinks to the floor. But as he slumps against the wall, there's a heavy gash out of his side as he's like, what the fuck? He's sort of turning to see who's just shot him.
Okay. Have I got this? I mean, I can't do any more actions, but can I move right up to him?
You could get up closer to him, yeah.
I'm going to try and get up and almost behind him. Oh, that sounds weird. He's sort of slumped against the wall, but where he was aiming, I want to try and put his body in between me and whoever's in the room. And I'm conscious that there's people behind me as well. But
okay, so you move up against that door. You would see into the room, stood behind the bar at the service door, is another agent who's currently, they're again confused because they literally just heard, "Go, I'm right behind you," and then there's shotgun noise and like so he's like, "What the fuck?" He's turning to look. Again, echoing down the service corridor, mover, you would have heard that shotgun shot.
okay, I don't think I can do anything else.
Nope. Okay, so after which, Jim continues moving out. Fishnets. So you can currently see fishnets. You are muted. There are 3 Medtech security guards stood on the stage. Over on the right of the room is the weird cyber reindeer attack droid thing that's currently stomping into the room. And there are 2 security guards currently following the disappearing red tail into the VIP section.
It would be an action to give him a call, wouldn't it?
I think because you've got an internal one, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to call up Red Tail. Ding, 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 ding. Just be like, you guys better get the fuck out of there. You've got a lot more people coming your way, including a fuck off reindeer.
Can I answer that? Well, I mean, it's going to ring my phone.
Yeah, so I'll say that you could have answered it out of turn, but you won't be able to answer him just yet. But you hear that down the phone.
3 on the stage, fuck off reindeer, 2 people going into the following Red Tail.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pistol.
I'd say as you glance over, there is also a shotgun strapped to the underside of the.
Yeah, but I don't have skill with that.
We did not plan this properly, guys.
I mean, to be fair, you planned to do it subtly and sneakily, and then start a riot.
And well, yeah,
the riot was downstairs. It was always meant to be downstairs.
You started one upstairs as well.
That's because there was already somebody saying there's a gun that's been pointed out, and that like.
I love that. That's your response. Already chaos was starting, so I had to make it worse.
So I had to make more chaos.
I had to make it 10 times worse.
I had to set the Christmas tree on fire, guys.
Chris hates chaos. He doesn't like to cause chaos at all.
The Christmas tree on fire thing. I asked these 2 before I did it, and both of them went.
Whoa! We're not talking meta here. What you're. There's no peek behind the curtain here, mister.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that not all shit is my
It's
Well,
all
that shit,
yours,
that
Chris.
was your
It is
idea,
all
so
yours.
It was my idea, but I got permission.
you would have done it if we said no anyway.
That is true.
Oh God, I'm trying to think. I haven't got. Is there anything I can hack? Not that I'm a hacker. Is there like a jacking point somewhere?
Yeah, there would be a security jacking point. What you want, you try?
I want to try to turn any internal thing, turn any internal stuff either off or against the guy, like the Medtech guys.
Okay, so it'll be a electronics security roll. So it's a
just
straight roll plus your tech.
use my last luck point. I rolled a 10. I just want to. I can move that now. Can't really see it.
Amazing.
There you go.
Nice. Roll it again.
I've rolled a 9.
Okay,
So,
so I'd say that
24.
you very quickly take a quick scan through and can see that unfortunately there aren't any internal security devices, but you do manage to shut off the alarm and the external phone call to security services.
Okay.
So the
Wow.
noise, the sprinklers keep going, but the noise like cuts. That does include the fire service, just to let you know, as the tree is still burning away.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you actually with that roll, you could decide if you wanted to leave the fire service line going, but not the. If it had been a lower roll, they're sort of tied into each other. But if you want to, you could hack around it. It depends whether you care.
I don't see why I'd care. I can't see what the benefit is of bringing the fire engine guys in. So I'm gonna say ignore it.
Okay. You would see the two of the bar staff that were ducking down sort of take a peek, and they also, so again, behind, almost sort of disguised as like made to look like part of the shelving, there is a back service door entrance here as they slip out of there. You would see as the door moves, the killer Rudolph, like with its Gatling guns in that direction, doesn't immediately fire, but seems to be on movement patrol.
Yeah, I'm saying fuck away from that thing. And firstly, the hacking, I'm assuming, say it's kind of hacking as we see in the game, just that cable.
Oh well, so not really. Your kind of hacking is like, so because you are not a net runner, you do plug in, but then on a console on your arm, you would like
Okay.
type and tap.
Cool, okay. The only thing I want to do is have a look to see if there's a chandelier to shoot down on either the guards or Rudolph the blow-up reindeer.
So I'd say where Rudolph is right now, no, but there's plenty around that they could be moved onto. The 3 guards that are on the stage, there is lighting system.
Is there a stage in front of the Christmas tree? I just took the impression it was.
It's to the left of.
Yeah.
But that's starting to burn, so it's...
Yeah, and they're aware of the burning, but they're still focused on, like, that could be a distraction, who is the enemy. So they're still focused. But yes, that fire is starting to get big.
That could be a distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what was Mover asked for, a big distraction.
It is true. Yes, it's true.
I deliberately...
It's Paul's fault.
I even chose...
You're bloody well timed doing it.
I even chose a good way of doing it, which wasn't just, I'm going to shoot something and then start everything out here anyways.
Just took forever doing it.
Yeah.
Literally, if you would have been quicker, wouldn't have alerted everybody,
Look,
wouldn't have had to get into a shootout.
I'm not the one that dropped the hologram and then decided to roll into some glasses.
But yes, back to Mover. So Mover, the guy behind you is sort of currently turned and looking over his shoulder, a little confused. Oh, sorry, before Mover, the two Militech guards that were coming up the stairs, you would see that they move up and through the double door, and they look again a little confused as they see the two of you, and then will just raise rifles at both of you and be like, "Drop weapons now!" And they're gonna hold, ordering both you and him to drop your weapons.
Oh, holding, that's not fair.
Holding an action is a thing. And then it is Mover. So again, Mover, you've heard that. So from behind you, there's a confused look, a shotgun, and then two people being like, "Military security, put your weapons on the floor."
Run.
Okay, and you can double run. One of your action can be a run as well. Doing that, you get all the way down to the end of the corridor and round the corner, sort of like slamming into the wall as you like barrel round. At the end of this corridor, you get round the corner and out of sight of the gunshots, and you can see at the end of this corridor is another door that's currently open that leads onto like it's almost like a delivery point. So it's almost where the building meets the car park, but there's like where trucks would come to deliver large goods.
I've done both my actions, and so there's not much else.
Okay.
So just to clarify, truck is right in front of me.
So there's not a truck right in front of you. Sorry, the bay that the trucks would pull up to unload. So do you know, like in loading ports where there's like that bit of walkway that's higher so that the trucks don't lift up and down?
It's so the back carriage just then basically docks.
So it's just perfect. So it's currently an empty bay, but you're coming out onto that dock area.
Yeah.
So you know that it connects to the main car park, and there is a way out through here.
Do I have enough time to ring, or have I done all my actions?
I'll say that you can.
I've got a burner phone.
I'll say that you can start getting the phone out to call, but it won't be this turn.
Okay. I'll be calling fishnets, but not yet.
Okay, so the guard that's next to Redtail just drops his gun and goes, "Fuck yeah, dude! What? They shot me. Arrest them, quick!" And like they're doing that sort of thing. The guard that was currently by the door fuck, and turns and starts chasing after Mover. They will double move, but that just about gets them to the turning. So Mover, you can hear the footsteps getting up to the turn in the corridor as somebody is like bucking it down after you. After which Redtail.
They hear what the guy said.
Yeah, and like again, they're not like it's not like both of them haven't moved guns to you. They're still just like guns on both of you. Both of you drop your weapons now.
Yeah. How far away is the door into the other room?
So the way that Paul went is maybe 20 foot into the room. The way out back through the double doors is 10 foot, but through them.
If you hadn't have said that, I was going to try and bluff something, but okay. What can I see in the room?
It looks like a private lounge. There's seats and chairs. Some of the tables are destroyed. There's glasses broken behind the small bar that's there, and then there's just a swinging door into like a service corridor.
Fuck. I think I'm dead either way. I'm basically gonna try and double move. I'm gonna try and go past the guy that I was stood next to and straight across to the service corridor.
Okay, so the one that was aiming and holding for you to drop weapon, he is gonna open fire.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just bolt, and there's a spray of bullets that just pinging past your ears, but no contact as you just buck straight to the door. You get in through the door and into the service corridor and about 10 foot down it. Maybe another 20 foot down it or so. You can see that turning the corridor at the end is another security guy currently focused away from you. Currently,
Right.
like they're chasing somebody.
Okay, I am booking it out there. Have I still got the connection open to Fishnet?
So your connection to fishnets would still be open, and as you're speaking to fishnets, there is a call coming in from Mover.
Right, I'm literally gonna go service corridor, trying to get out, and then I'm gonna pick up.
Okay, it's still going to be on Mover that he gets to speak.
Yeah.
But... So fishnets, you hear service corridor trying to get out through your internal agent. Yes, Mover.
I was saying I was ringing fishnets, not Redtail, by the way.
Oh, okay.
In which case, scrap
So,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, you're easily able to say to fishnet
Yeah.
service corridor, and then fishnets, you'll start getting the other call through. That is all you, Redtail.
Yeah.
Fishnets.
Oh, well, I'll just answer back. Cool. Movers on the other line. Yep. What was Mover going to say? Or
So Mover can't actually, because obviously Mover action. So the call's coming through essentially as your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go down the service entrance that the bar staff went down.
Okay, give me a stealth. Or are you just going quickly? Would you go stealthy or would you just book it?
Depends. Do I need to use my action at all to get to open the door or hatch or anything?
No,
like
it
that?
looks like a swinging door.
Then I'll go stealthily. That's 7 plus, I think it was 9, so I want to say 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay, so you're like creeping towards this door. You like push the door and your foot steps on a bit of glass and there's just the tiniest bit, and you hear the Gatling guns whir up as they were holding to fire at something sneaking around. But they just like across the whole top of the bar. There's like firing off. Give me a dex to not get caught in the spray of.
Do I not use my evasion for that?
No.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Still plus 7. That's a D20 again. 9.
Okay.
It's not
So
a 1, so that's the only benefit.
2 points of damage as glass showers down on you from above. And you just about make it through the door as the back of that door starts to get torn to shreds by.
So I've got light
bullets.
armor jack, which is 11.
Doesn't protect in this situation. This is like glass falling on you rather than stuff punching through you.
Oh, okay, fine.
So yeah, if you imagine they just sprayed the back bar, so like all the glass bottles and the mirror and everything just like showered down onto you.
Is there any bottles that are not broken?
Roll me a D100.
79.
Okay, there's 2 on the top shelf that are just still there. I'll say you managed to snatch one as you exit out the door.
This is expensive brew.
Yeah, for sure. And with the rest of your movement, you'll be able to make it a good chunk down that corridor. You currently don't know how this one connects up, but you are into the service corridors.
Then I will. Can I say I haven't hung up with Redtail just yet?
So are you picking up to move, or is the question? Because right now, yeah, you're still on to Redtail, but as you're finishing your turn,
yeah, as I was finishing,
this call is coming through to you.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, was that just being like, I'm going down bar service entrance. Mover's calling now, or Mover's on the other line.
Okay, and as we get to the top of the round with Mover, a phone opens. You can hear the footsteps behind you. You can see the truck depot, the landing spot, the what do they call it? Docking area, loading dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go to fishnets. Calling you because you can pass it on quicker. Going to escape through a loading dock. Have the package. Watch out for other people. We're speaking to a guy, and there's other people on this job.
Oh, well, we made their fucking life easier.
Stay alert, and then I'll hang up. And then I'm gonna run into the out of the loading bay into the.
Okay, as you get out into the loading bay, it takes one of your move actions to just get out into the bay area. You look around, you can see that there's a few parked cars. There's a few like moving vans that are not like here ready to be loaded. They're just sort of parked off to the side. And you can see that down the tunnel to the left, you think that that links up to the main car park.
Any of the loading vans open?
Give me a D100.
90.
Okay, there is one of them that the door, the passenger side door is open, and you can see that there's some old guy in there currently, like just scrubbing the seats, giving it a hoover down, just sort of like cleaning over the cabin of the moving truck.
Okay, I want to run into there.
Okay, you can
I
start
got-
making your way over, and you would sort of be getting to the front of his truck in another movement.
Also, I've moved to get out of the loading bay, and then I'm
Yeah.
not close enough to get to the truck, but I'm
You
heading
would
there.
basically, if you imagine you'd be like at the front of his truck and you're moving round the side to where the door's at.
Yes, I've been moving around.
Yeah,
Getting
and as
ready
you're
to
approaching,
go
you would
in.
sort of like sit up and be like, "Oh, can I help you, sir? What's going on?"
And then I want to be like, act natural, stay here, don't react.
Okay, so trying to face down as you sort of show him the gun and try and get into so it's a roll plus your cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a luck as well.
Okay.
Why am I rolling 2? What am I doing? I'm still in D100 mode. What is my cool? How cool am I, right?
Oh, honey.
14.
Okay, as you pull up the gun and lock eyes with him, he just sort of like, whatever you want, man. He even like holds out the keys that are in his hand.
Okay, at that point I'll be like, put the keys in the ignition and let's drive.
Okay, so he starts to get in the seat as your turn ends. Redtail, you would see the personal security guard round the corner and out of sight away from you as they're still just full sprinting. Mover, you would see getting to the door of the loading bay, but not actually able to move any further. The security guard moves out, takes a quick look around, is like, "Stop that man! He's stolen something!" and shouts out to the truck driver that just sort of like looks at you. He is sat with key and ignition, but also like, fuck. But that is all of Guard's turn as we come to Redtail. So yeah, Mover, as you look behind you, maybe 30 foot behind you, stood at the door of the loading bay is the personal security with his heavy pistol ready.
So can I catch up to the?
You won't be
Well,
able to catch up to him this turn.
I can get round
even
the
if
corner
you-
though.
You can get round the corner in one move. So one move would get you just round the corner and facing the right direction.
Then how far is the guy from me?
So
point.
he'd maybe be 40-ish, 50-ish away from you at that point.
Okay.
And obviously in meters,
So that's still
slightly
in range.
different.
Yeah. So
Yeah, don't forget that's meters, and so their meters not feet, so they would be.
so
It
if
would
it's
probably be the 13 to 25.
okay. I'll go round and I'll shoot the guy.
Okay.
I don't like killing people. It doesn't feel nice. Okay. What am I running again? I'm rolling my
Roll plus your
shoulder arms, aren't I? So that's 17.
Okay, as you fire off, the shotgun shells like dust the area around it, basically like ducks, but doesn't seem to be majorly hit by it.
Okay.
So, Mover, you would see the guard flinch and look behind them, as again that's that clear sound of a shotgun blast off from behind them. So somebody just shot at the personal guard from behind. But then you can't see who shot right now, if that made sense, because they're down the corridor. But it's if
Yeah,
you imagine
so that's a different service corridor, but I can hear.
no, the same.
No, it's the same one you
So
came out of.
you've just run out of a corridor and run up to the truck. Yeah. The
Right.
guard that was following you got to the exit of that service corridor, and then
Red
Red
Tail's-
Tail is coming up behind them and is shotgunned down.
Got ya.
I'm
But
chasing after
you
you.
can't see Red Tail, but you would turn
I
round
hear
because the guard has just shouted, "Hey, don't let that guy take your truck, he's a thief." You turn around to see him, and then he's gone like, "Fuck," and something's just like behind him.
Mm.
As
I'm just trying to map it in my head.
yeah,
I know.
sorry,
It's
and
like
fear of the
yeah.
mind is hard. I wasn't sure which way you'd end up going either. As we come to fishnets,
So after what Mover said, be like, please stay on hold for a moment. And I'm flicking over to Red Tail. Somebody else on job. Be careful. They've been asking about kill everyone else. Then yeah, what's happening around me?
so you're currently just in a service corridor. Give me a perception to see how quickly and easily you could find your way to an exit.
Uh, 12.
Okay, so you get to the end of this corridor and it splits either way, and there's a sign that says like sidewalk. And you're like, cool, there's that one. But then there's also to the other direction is the parking garage. And as you sort of get there and you look, you hear the robotic feet of something
Oh, come on.
following up behind to it. It's not chasing, but it is investigating what just ran this way.
I'm putting my gun away.
But you've still got movement. But would you like to go right or left? Towards the garage or towards the sidewalk?
I'm gonna just go with what we usually do. When in doubt, go left.
Okay, so heading towards the parking garage as you take your left turn and start moving that way. As we come up to top of the round mover. So the old guy, he sort of starts up the vehicle, but isn't like moving yet. What would you like to do? Is again, so right now, maybe 30 foot away from you is the security guard. And you know that somebody is at least, and the thing is as well, obviously, you know that somebody else is on the job. So that's why I didn't want to say, you know that Red Tail's coming. You know that somebody who is not on the side of the personal security is coming.
A shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick by. Do I break cover? I suppose I've not got much cover because it's a window, so it's not gonna have that many hit points.
Never know. Could like if they've got armored suits, why can't they have an armored window?
But yeah. I'm fairly offensive. Sod it. I'm gonna stick my head and out the window and pull. So the guy's just been blasted away, but he's not dead. Or
So
is
he
he?
didn't get hit, but you saw he got shot at. So all the bullets like fired around him. Do you know like where people jump because the gunshots landed around them?
He ducked and
Okay,
reacted.
I'm
but
gonna fire once and then just like hold.
Okay. Give me another persuasion to see if you can get the old guy to actually start driving because he started the vehicle, but he's currently locked in between two people having a gunfight.
Persuasion is 9 plus 7, 16.
Okay, well, what are you saying to him as you lean up out the window and start to take shots?
If you want to make it to tomorrow, start driving, mate.
Okay, he slowly, this is like the carriage, like the truck bit of a truck. There's no there's no truck
trailer.
trailer. Yeah, there's no trailer. It's just the front portion of the truck that starts to
Yeah.
pull out and starts. You see, they start to take a left and start driving down. Take your shot as you move past the security guard.
19.
Oh, easy hit.
Uh, 5, 10, 14.
Okay. Okay, so you see that one punches into his shoulder. So for Redtail, you'd see that as they sort of turn to look at you, they take a shot from the other side and fall heavy against the wall with a blood splatter. They still seem up and moving, grimacing heavy, but they're like, they definitely took a hit there. Obviously, Mover, the truck is slow to get started, so you haven't gone that far in this first turn, but you are now moving and heading towards the exit.
Okay.
As we come to the guard who I don't know what it's not really a good point to stand in. Okay, so they are going to yeah, they are. So they move through the door. And so for Mover, you would see them move through the service door and like shut it and put their shoulder against the door. So for Redtail at the end of the corridor, he moved through the door at the end of the corridor and then slammed that door shut. And it looks like, the steel push doors, like the ones that lock when you pull them to. Does that make sense, Mum? Sorry.
So that again, sorry.
So at the end of the corridor, the guy that you
Yeah.
shot at, he moved
Yeah.
through the doors and closed them behind him, and they
Okay.
are steel pushers. Do you know, like the ones that have a steel push bar?
Oh right, yeah, like in a fire exit.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And he's basically just slammed that door shut at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
Mover, you've seen he places himself up against it, and then he turns the gun towards the truck, and he's gonna fire into the wheel. So he sort of just fires into the front wheel cap twice. First one, second one. Oof. So you see two large, and that front wheel does start to deflate, but the guy just keeps driving as it's like he starts to go forwards. As we get to fishnets. Fishnets, you're bucking it down the corridor. You can hear the soft echoing of something animatronic making its way down the corridors behind you. And as I would say, it takes your whole turn, but you would exit out of a secondary door that said car park. And as you exit, you're standing on the other side of the loading bay. So standing directly across from you is a security guard who's currently bleeding, and they're shooting at a truck that has Mover leaning out of a window, firing back.
But you started without me. Do you say that's my whole action? And
It would have taken everything to get there, unfortunately.
Then I'm just gonna crouch behind, I don't know, whatever.
I would
the
say that
cover-
you could take cover rather than going fully through the doors. You can open the door but take cover in the door jam.
Yeah, and I'm going to crouch down as well and look all cowery in that.
Okay.
Gun is still not out.
Okay, top of the round then again. Sorry, I missed Red Tail.
You did.
Sorry,
It's
no,
okay.
Red Tail, off you go.
Um,
So one move gets you to the door.
right. Are there
But
any
it's
windows in this door? Is it
No,
just
it's
solid?
currently it's a solid steel door.
Okay. I want to push it open like properly, bang, like
Okay,
it'll fly open
give me
and-
a athletics or body check. Whichever one
Okay.
if you don't have athletics, use body.
I do have athletics. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. 15.
Okay, so you 1 foot against it as you blast open the door. You see the personal protective guard is kicked back, falling over off the loading dock. As you step out onto the loading bay, straight across from you, you can see fishnets, and there's like a slow-moving, limping truck moving to your left that you can see mover on.
Okay. Did that take
thought
my
I
whole
forwarded-
action to do that? Push the door
but
open?
you can see it's knocked the guard completely down and prone in front of you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, top
Okay.
of the round.
And so mover, top of the round, as you're pulling away, the guy is down. He's still up, but he's been knocked prone. And you can see fishnets and red tail now as your truck is sort of passing them slowly.
Can I look around the car park to see if there's any motorbikes, any other cars?
Yep, give me a perception.
22.
Okay, so are you looking around and you're not seeing anything, but almost echoing, and like the underground garages that echo, or even any of the parking garages that seem to echo massively, there is the whirring of drones. You hear that zzz, enter the area.
Oh God.
Oh, we're in for it here. There's no trailer on the back of this truck, so you can't even.
It is faster without the trailer, however.
Even with dodgy tires, it's just bumpy. How far away is Fishnets?
Fishnets is probably the furthest at 25. Red tail is maybe 10.
How far can Fishnets move? Can they move 25?
Fishnets should be able to make it there make it to the truck next turn.
My thing.
You're moving
If he
7.
if he double moves, he'll be able to just about make it there.
Okay, that's not enough. See, what I want to do, I want to shoot the guy on the floor to kill him, but I also want to drop the package out of the truck so someone else can collect it.
Okay, so give me a shot, and then give me is it a stealth? Is there sleight of hand in this? I think it'd just be a stealth. But to subtly try and drop it.
Out of the
in a way.
game, why?
I think so that they chase the truck.
They chase the truck, and one of you guys can.
But if you're going to shoot the guy, that's the only guy who's seen you in the truck.
There's drones knocking around.
The drone.
Oh, I see.
The drones are going to focus on the big vehicle moving.
Resist torture and
Could it-
drugs.
Yeah, it's going to be stealth.
Yeah, it's stealth. So my shot was 21.
Oh, easy hit.
10, 16, 19, 22.
Okay, the second shot, lights out as he slumps.
And then you want a stealth, don't you?
Yeah, to try and subtly drop the box.
14.
Okay. You drop the package, the truck keeps pulling away. The other two of you do notice the package drop to the floor. And the truck keeps pulling away. The old guy's sort of like, should I keep going? As they're like,
Yeah, we need to keep moving.
okay. In which case, Redtail, you see that package drop out the truck. The truck keeps going.
Which is great, but how the fuck do I get away? Okay.
But it's more like I was just if I can get the drones on me,
Yeah.
you guys have got a better chance, and now you've got nobody knows you're there.
Except the two guys that were further down the corridor that were chasing me. Okay, so
But yeah,
I know you don't know that. You don't know
Yeah.
that. Okay, I would head over and grab I would head over and try and grab the packet.
Yeah, you'll be able to run over and pick up the package. Again, it's like this heavier, small hand-sized package, but feels very heavy and weighty.
Are there any other vehicles?
Loads. There's this car park full. It is just about access.
Right, but I have my handy
You do?
hand tool. So yeah, just whatever's nearest, and actually if there's anything that I know I can break into simply, right, just needs to something that moves.
Yeah, so targeting something a bit older, less good security. Give me an electronics and security as you move up to it and start.
Oh, okay. No. That's 21.
Okay, so you and the door opens. As the door opens, just on the far side, so they haven't seen you yet, but you can see and hear them, 2 Medtech security drones round the corner into the open space. They seem to fix on the truck, but they're currently a good 40 foot away over the other side of the room.
I just want to get into the car, sort of keeping low.
Okay, give me a stealth as you get in the vehicle.
I'm
I'd
sort
say
of hoping that
fishnets. From
Fishnets
your
has watched
position,
me.
you would have seen Redtail run, grab something off the floor, and then get in some old dusty banger just off to the side.
That was a 16 stealth.
Okay. Okay, top of the round. Sorry, fishnets. Bottom of the round. Fishnets.
Me with my 0.
So I would say you can see the drones. You could get to Redtail, but to do it without being seen would be difficult, and it is a stealth roll, and it is a difficult one because you know the drones have scanners.
So we've got drones coming. We've got drones on the left of me, Rudolph on the right,
yeah.
and I'm stuck in the middle without a clue. Oh, there's so few options for me right now. I don't want to stealth. I want to run, but do it in a kind of like
So you're going to do a persuasion to act like a cowering civilian rather than a...
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
the whole point of where the direction.
Yeah, drop me a persuasion.
That's a 10. That's a 3, so 13, so 26.
Okay, so you duck and start running. Hard to tell for you, but nothing shoots in your direction as you make it to the line of cars.
Are you heading for the car that I'm in, or a different one?
I'm going to try for a different one. I might just shout to you whilst I'm doing all this, be like, if you've got the package and someone's chasing you, pass it to me. I don't think anyone's on me.
Okay.
But then I'm running to a car, or just at least between cars.
Okay.
I'm not getting back out that car to give you a package. I'm gone. Yeah.
So, top of the round mover, your truck keeps going. It starts to pick up some pace as the drone's shifting. You can see that one of the mover is definitely just fixed on the truck. One of them definitely saw movement in the car park and is sort of facing that other way as they both hover into the room.
Can I scan around the truck bed, see if there's anything like brown paper, packaging, a box?
Do me a D100.
$17.
You do see a package.
Okay, I want to take my handgun. I want to then use my conceal object to conceal my handgun,
Mm-hmm.
and then I need to do that first, don't I? 20.
Okay.
So with that concealed, I'm then gonna lean out the truck with the box, going, "Come and get it!"
Okay. Okay, the truck's pulling away. So the truck starts to it hits the ramp that's heading down, to sort of join up to the normal car park area.
Mm.
As that happens, you're holding up the box. The two drones turn to face the truck. There's like a scanning moment before one full drops its weapon turret and the other turns back to the room and starts moving into the main car park. And Mover, as that Gatling gun starts to, you remember the heat signature.
That was what I was thinking. I was just like, oh, why did you do that?
Shit.
And they just start to fill the truck cabin with bullets. So where's my dice?
Right.
Ooh, my first time. Okay, so with a 26, the entirety of the inside of that truck just starts to. The driver is just immediately shredded with bullets as they just slump against the steering wheel, and that starts to list to the side.
Poor old dude.
The damage isn't awful, though,
Just enough to kill him. Or horrifically maim.
Considering how many dice I just rolled,
How many dice?
so Mover, 19 points of damage reduced by your armor.
Which was at 9.
So you take 10 points and it's now reduced to 8.
Yeah.
So you take 10 points because it was 19, drop down to 10 points, and then the armor totals drops to 8.
That's what I was like. What? 8?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, sorry.
I am now seriously wounded.
Okay, so you and fall back in your seat, bleeding and breathing heavily as you notice that truck is still just rolling forwards. As we come to, and actually, as the other drone moves in and starts to choose, you can both Fishnets and Redtail hear the whirring up of the Gatling gun, unsure of who is to be targeted next. That is where we will end this Christmassy one shot.
Oh.
Didn't think it was going to take 3 sessions, but it's been wonderful playing. Thank you very much for playing. I'm actually going to say here, guys, if you are enjoying this Cyberpunk one shot and you want to see us play out the end of this little story, please let us know in the comments. If you've been enjoying the system and you want to see more, let us know. Otherwise, we will drift off into Night City, leaving the end of that one a mystery. As always, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for playing, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and Christmas, and we will see you all back with Astera in the new year. Thank you very much, and as always, roll well. Bye.
Roll.
Roll Christmas. Yeah,
I
that's
rolled 9.